If you're watching this, I'm going to assume that you have a YouTube channel. And my question is, have you ever considered just calling it quits? I asked that because that's where I was a few days ago, even though I'm very new to this. So let me kind of explain what happened. You see, I was so nervous in front of the camera. I was just tight. And I don't know why, because none of you are going to talk to me in person. So it's kind of silly in hindsight. But, I mean, I guess we could meet someday and chat and have a good time. But overall, you know, none of us will ever meet in person. But still, I was nervous. I was afraid, I guess. So I saw somewhere somebody talking about a video challenge. You know, film yourself for 30 days until you get used to it or comfortable in front of the camera. So that's what I did. Now this is actually day 26 on that challenge, and I'm not going to go too much into it at this point. If you've seen any of my videos, you've already heard it. But what I found out was I was making a video every day. I'm still making a video every day. And when I make these videos, I put them out every night. I put out a new video. Maybe it matters what time of day they go out. Let me know in the comments if you think it does. But going through this, I started realizing I have 11, 12, maybe 13 videos with 0 views. I mean, 0. A few days ago, I was so discouraged, I made a video, discouraged, but I'm not giving up. And the funny thing is, even when I titled that, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I'm gonna quit. It's easier. But I didn't. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why. Well, let me tell you what happened first. Because I was stuck in that analytics quicksand, right? I was worried about this, my click-through rate, whatever, and I don't understand any of it still to this point. The main thing was I wasn't getting any views, probably still aren't. You probably won't see this, and if you do, welcome. I'm Jeff, and I'm glad to have you here. But I want to talk about our YouTube journey, if I said that correctly. See, when I made that video, that was a low point. I got so caught up in the nobody watching my videos, and I guess maybe I'm embarrassed or was embarrassed by it. Even though I think every time I make a video, I think I get a little bit better. At least I hope so. About 20 minutes after I posted that video, it went live. I was getting ready to go to my bed, and I says, I'm not going to check my analytics, but I wanted to see the feed, see what everybody else is doing, right? Pops up this video by a guy called, I'm going to give him a shout out here because he really kind of saved my YouTube butt that night. His name is, if I can find it, Brian G. Johnson TV. I think he goes by Brian G. He had a video talking about, hey, maybe it's time to quit. Or maybe he probably didn't say it just like that, but that's the way I interpreted it. He says, there's no shame in quitting. You can quit. You've gave it your all. Sometimes when you're done, and there's no shame in quitting. But I also got the impression that he was telling us not to quit. He's telling us how hard this is. And it is very hard. That's one of the things I've learned. And when I put myself on this 30-day video challenge, it's quite a grind. I got discouraged. I was going to quit, but I saw that video by Brian G. And I said, no, I'm not going to quit. When you're on this journey, sometimes you come to a Y in the road, right? Well, you can take one path or the other. Well, one path will lead you to that easy chair, it'll lead you to that couch, and you can stop there and you can rest. Hey, there's no shame in quitting if that's what you want to do. But if you want to have that fulfillment, if you want to keep going, you take that other branch, the hard branch, the branch where you have to write, film, edit, try to be encouraging to others while trying to get some, whatever kind of fulfillment it is. For me, I think in 2 or 3 years, I'd like to try to monetize this channel. I don't even have a niche yet. So if I carry on without a niche, it's going to take that long no matter what. So I was encouraged by his channel, by that video. I subscribed, I liked, I commented, and he came back and watched my video and said, hey, YouTube's a bitch, but you got to keep going if you just really want to, right? And that was so encouraging to me. I was so kind of hyped up. I was like, yeah. So on my YouTube channel, on my YouTube journey, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going on this one. I'm going to go on this one. I'm going to go out there and see what's out there for me. So I had to ask myself, am I going to quit? No. And if you're watching this and you've kind of come to that point yourself and you're thinking, should I quit? That's up to you. There's no shame in it. But if you don't, for whatever reason, I think you'll find rewards, on the long road, on the hard road. So I chose to keep making content. This channel is going to stay up for as long as I'm up. So my YouTube journey is just beginning. You see, I got discouraged. I got to the point of quitting, and I've only been doing it for a month and 6 days now, or a month and 5 days. It was almost silliness that I was feeling that way, but I got so caught up in not getting the views, and I realized that's not the important part. The important part is making these videos, getting better, going on. So like I said, my YouTube journey is just beginning, and I'd like to hear from you. Where are you at on your YouTube journey? Is it just beginning? Have you reached those crossroads? Have you reached that Y in the road and you're trying to figure out which one to take? I'd be interested to hear in the comments where you're at on your journey now. How many months, years, days, decades have you been doing this? And, well, I'd like to see you on my home feed. I'd like to see you in the comments. And I'm going to wrap up now because I'll give you an Irish goodbye and I'll be here all night. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. And stay on that journey with me. If you do, I'd like to see you around. Thanks a lot.